I want to make a quick video to show how to prime the oil pump. I've been trying to figure out a good way to do it, and I figured out a good tool to use for it. I didn't want to destroy a good distributor, because I have 3 distributors, but these things are getting hard to find, the original ones, so I decided I wanted to try to use something else. So what I ended up doing was finding a screwdriver bit. This one's made by Proto. And it's a 5444A is the model number. It's a screwdriver bit, and I put it on a 1/2-inch drive extension, and then I put it on my cordless impact, and it works perfectly. This extension's a 10-inch extension, and then I took electrical tape and taped it around there so there's no way it can fall off. I don't know that it would have anyway, but it made me feel a little safer. So basically that's what I did. I put it on there, and I'll show you how to use it. So what I did is, I've already done this off camera and tried it, so I know it works well. The way this thing's made, it almost falls right into place. It's a very good tool for doing this. So you put it down in there, and the end of the oil pump is made like a flathead screwdriver. I'll show you that in a minute also. I mean, it's made like the opposite of a flathead screwdriver. So you just put it down in there and you gotta make sure you're lined up good. You can't be off-centered. So you put it in there and you make sure you can spin it by hand. And then you just start turning it. And what happened when you first start, when it's dry, you'll feel it get really stiff. It'll get harder to turn. So I've got the valve cover off so I can look at the oil coming out of the push rods. And it may take a minute to get the oil all the way up to that point. Once it starts flowing, it'll flow, and it'll actually overflow out of the. So you can see where the oil had come out of the rocker arms, comes out of the push rods, and I had the valve cover off both sides to make sure that it was coming out of them. But you can't run it a whole lot like that with these valves. These heads have no indentation at all without the valve cover in place. So they have very little. If you run very much oil, it's going to run right over the side. So, but I wanted to make sure that it is getting oil everywhere that it should be, and it appears to be. So that's basically it. The tool works good, and I'll show you what the just in case you didn't rebuild your engine, this is what the oil pump looks like. This is one of the gears, and that's the end of it. So basically, this tool slides right up on there like that, and it works really well. It fits perfectly. So I think it's probably the best way to do it. Unless you want to sacrifice a distributor.